Bonjour à tous, c'est Miskachok, bienvenue pour un nouveau film sur le jeu Vampire. C'est un film qui commence très tard, on voit pas ce que nous temps, parce que 1h30 maximum, parce que demain j'ai commencé le travail. Et en plus c'est un jeu que j'ai pris sur fin, je ne vais pas marquer le jeu là, mais j'ai vu un gameplay de de 1h20, c'est un jeu qui m'a quand même intéressé. Et ça... Et ça. C'est un jeu qui me fait parce que d'habitude, quand on joue à un jeu comme ça, on contrôle un humain et ensuite tous les monstres surnaturels. Genre les zombies, etc. Alors là, on a un vampire. Et donc tous les humains. Et par rapport à nos actions, on va évoluer. Donc, à ce que j'ai vu de l'heure que j'ai vue, genre, plus tu t'affiles avec un humain, plus vous allez avoir des liens, et plus quand tu vas le tuer, tu vas avoir de l'expérience. Moins tu vas t'habituer, moins tu auras d'expérience. Et en fait, c'est un peu jouer sur le bien et le mal, et par rapport aussi à ta morale à toi-même. Tu peux être un vampire gentil ou un vampire connard, etc. Et en fait, ça dépend aussi du scénario du jeu. Tout ça, je dis ça par rapport à ce que j'ai eu en 1 heure. Hein. Après, on verra bien tout le long du jeu. Et on va pas perdre plus de temps. J'espère que le son ça va. Etc. etc. On va y voir, ça oh, c'est jamais stupide, etc. C'est le principal. On va mettre plus bas pour que ma voix. On va tout
I still hear voices in my head every night.
Sinon, on peut changer. Bon, allez hop, c'est parti pour le display sur pourquoi j'ai voulu vous dire ça dès le début. Le jeu est directement lié à votre action. Plus vous ôtez de vie, plus le jeu sera facile. Ah oui, c'est normal, plus on tue les gens, plus on a d'expérience et plus on peut évoluer nos capacités de vampire. Moi, tu tues les gens, bon, putain, en 1 heure de jeu, il m'a suffi. Ça m'a coûté pour acheter le jeu. Pourquoi il m'a coûté. Je me suis baisé, hein. Je pensais l'avoir 50 balles, je lui ai 60 balles à ce putain de mec.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
C'est pas ça que je voulais faire. J'ai trompé.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all
pense que moi je vais dans un
Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Alors, du coup, ce que j'ai compris du jeu, c'est que spoil nous du renard de fer. En allant transformer en vampire ou en cinglé. C'est pas possible. Déjà ça me fait chier parce qu'on a c'est pour ça qu'on a un gameplay qu'on a montré, c'est plus intéressant. Alors si je vais mettre un nouveau en fait, plus tu tues les gentils, les bonnes, à l'âme charitable, plus les personnes gentilles, plus tu vas gagner d'expérience. C'est un truc j'ai remarqué. En fait, nous, on s'est réveillés, on était considérés comme morts, on s'est réveillés. Ouais, non, vraiment, attends 30 secondes, je vais essayer de faire ça. Normal. Putain. Et là, c'est normal parce que j'avais la... C'était la webcam. Il y avait le son. Ouais, j'avais pas le bon micro de brancher. Alors du coup, voilà, on a comme si du vampire, on voit les cœurs. On était considérés comme morts, mais on s'est réveillés.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Ok, de toute façon, faut que j'achète la perche pour amener le micro dans la bouche.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman.
Vas-y, là, j'ai baissé, tu me diras. Pourquoi t'as fait ta sœur?
Mary!
Oh le con!
No! Mary!
T'étais mort à te chercher, c'est tout.
Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh God. Mary.
Moi, je m'avais pas entendu à cause du micro, je disais que c'était un jeu collectif. Que ça changeait un peu, on faisait un vampire contre des humains et non inverse, et par rapport à plus les humains étaient gentils, plus ils te rapportaient de l'expérience, etc., etc. Et du coup, ça joue sur la morale du joueur. Et tout ça, plus tu es un connard, plus tu seras fort, plus tu es gentil et compatible avec les gens. Vu la crise que le jeu, vu la crise du jeu qui est Londres pour l'épidémie, plus tu seras
No!
tu seras moins fort.
Please, a moment, let me explain.
Et ça, j'ai vu, comme je disais, il a adopté, mais c'est parce que il paraît que c'est pas assez fort. Bon, alors.
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot. This is a nightmare.
Ah, le coup, on pense que plus rien. Quand
I
même
need
bizarre
to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop. I mean you no harm.
Vous pouvez être un vampire surpuissant ou un vampire de bas niveau. C'est ça en fait. Tout va jouer sur la morale du joueur, sur la morale de...
What's going on?
Ouais, c'est ça.
Oh, Mary.
Là tu commences, tu
What have I
du
done?
coup sa sœur.
What's all this about? Shit, where'd it go?
Attaque corps à corps. C'est plus secret pour les signes, attaque corps à corps, attaque corps à corps.
Now, I can defend myself. Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Je vais remplir ta machine. Ok, il a mis dans son cul. Ah, moi, j'en ai un peu, on va pouvoir charmer. Ça vous jouez comment par rapport au niveau des gonzesses, tout comme ça.
Go back home! Who are you? Stupid beast!
Qu'est-ce que c'est
Sorry.
Toujours, il commence par un petit truc de tuto. On n'est pas con quand même. Faut pas interagir avec les objets.
Watch yourselves! This one! No, please, stop! Who are you? Bloody leech!
Hey.
That's what you
Bon,
do.
notre un peu, il va
What do you want?
normalement.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
Comme par hasard.
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Donc il est déjà en train de se lever. Alors, certainement comme le feu vous inflige des dégâts
Feels like it's
gravés.
burning me to the bone.
Ça j'avais remarqué, mais merci. Du coup, ce que j'ai vu, je sais qu'on est un docteur. Et vu qu'on est un docteur, on va devoir guérir des patients. Ah, je spoil un peu le jeu, hein, mais c'est ce que j'ai vu en 1 heure. On va guérir des patients. Plus tu vas guérir des patients, plus tu auras de l'affinité avec le patient et plus tu pourras gagner des... Tu auras de l'expérience et plus tu pourras monter de niveau. Et plus tu montes des niveaux, plus le jeu est facile. Parce que tu seras un putain de vampire imbattable. C'est ça, faut fouiller pas.
I need to find shelter.
D'accord.
It's locked. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Ok. Jean-Claude et Maureen. Ok, d'accord. On s'en bat les couilles. T'as fait pas ça, t'as fait pas ça.
Mary! Mary! Mary,
I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us.
Il est surpris d'être un vampire, du coup il est pas né vampire. Je sais qu'il y a une épidémie, le souris, c'est faux.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Merde. Je vais fouiller un peu.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose.
Ça rappelle un peu le design de.
Nah, give him an
Le designer. C'est un peu l'ambiance comme ça.
That's impossible.
Bref, il monte, ok. Attends. Carré. C'est pas bien, non. J'ai des boutons. C'est que vous fouillez partout, c'est un jeu où vous fouillez partout parce que tout peut nous servir.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Ok, t'as personne. Mec, on récupère un couteau et un flingue dès le début du jeu. Oh, putain.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Bref. Encore, on avait le cadavre. Ah, détente. D'accord. Quand j'étais à 10, je... Ah. D'accord. Oh, ok, d'accord. On a un en une main, un en deux mains, main gauche, pistolet. D'accord. Arme et module, échantillon et ingrédients. Mission. Comme l'autre. Pas de valeur à la revente, l'objet peut être recyclé. Ok, d'accord. Quête. À droite. On peut avoir deux armes à la main droite. On peut avoir deux armes. Ah, c'est un peu la Dead Soul. C'est vraiment pour se guérir. Les capacités, je pense. Qu'on peut avoir. La carte. Ok, enfin, c'est toute la ville. C'est toute la ville et différents quartiers, je pense. Donc, une mission. C'est quoi ça? Situation sanitaire stable, ça veut dire ok. Ah, plus tu tues des gens, plus ça va descendre sans doute, et moins tu tues, plus ça va... D'accord. Et tout ça, tout dépend du quartier. Ok, ok. Ok. Ah ouais, je découvre sans découvrir. Ah voilà, si vous voulez lire. Moi je vais pas tout lire parce que je m'en fiche. Tout fouiller. Et voilà. Ok.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
Et fin de close. Ah non, on arrête le jeu. Et on reprend le jeu, on récupère la toute qu'on a dépensée. Lieu est libre.
Rational thinking only.
Bah tu es, moi je tire. Crève. Vampire. J'attends à la tête. Faut crever, connard.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blood in sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Alors, les lits de refuge vous permettent de vous reposer et d'évoluer. Dépensez des points d'expérience pour monter au niveau et améliorer vos compétences empiriques. Putain, je commence avec 1735 points. Oh oh oh. Commencez en sélectionnant la compétence auto 200, ça coûte 200. Vous consommez votre propre sang pour soigner intérieurement les dégâts normaux. Et bah, je suis obligé. J'ai 200 points. D'accord. Après, bref. Défensive. Vous avez assez d'expérience pour débrouiller une compétence agressive. Alors. Une attaque à courte portée qui peut découper toute créature vivante devant vous. Vous projetez une lance faite de sang qui peut transpercer les ennemis devant vous. 25, 25. Portée courte, portée moyenne, longue. Vous placez un nuage d'ombre à vos pieds ou à ceux de vos cibles. Ce nuage explose après quelques coups. 20. Je sais. Quand même un truc à distance, l'impression qu'on a le flingue. Ouais, le Princess Spawn, j'avais vu, c'était. Après la lance. Après, je sais pas, c'est. Faut personnaliser son vampire. Ça coûte quand même. Là, c'est 220 dégâts. Ça... Ah, comment prendre ça 220 dégâts, c'est pas négligeable. Une attaque. Autant que président naturel, même nature, offre de précieux cadeaux. Ouais, on va prendre la griffe. Je vais prendre ça. On va voir hein, ce que ça coûte. Ensuite, moi 135 points. Moi je sais pas, on va rentrer 135 points. Maintenant, c'est confirmé pour se regarder. Corps 50. Bon de santé 100. Augmente la quantité de sang absorbé lorsque vous utilisez la morsure. D'accord, faut pas, j'ai pas assez. Augmente la quantité de dégâts infligés lorsque vous utilisez la morsure. Ok. En fait, tu dois aller truc à 300, d'accord. Ok, d'accord. On va confirmer vu qu'on peut faire que ça.
Voice in my head.
Alors, mise à jour de la mission.
If I'm
Se rendre dans le banque. Ok. Allez, au niveau là, j'y suis à Londres, j'en ai. Ok. Ok, bon, on va y aller. On va y aller.
not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? Closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech.
Genre, quand j'ai pu me reposer, quand même, je vais pas comme ça.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come on, you coward!
I cannot enter.
Une main gauche peut être utilisée en appuyant sur la touche triangle. Les attaques spéciales. Okay. C'est quoi le champion?
I'm still in Southwark.
Et l'attaque spéciale.
I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Et là pour les compétences spéciales.
It's locked.
D'accord. Quand il faut utiliser les pieux. Ouais, mais j'ai compris ça. Ah ok, appuie sur quoi? Ok, quand un ennemi arrive, on appuie sur quoi pour bouffer. Ça va augmenter notre vie de sang. On a la vie, la stamina et puis le sang c'est le mana, c'est ça. Et c'est rien pour utiliser contre. Ah ouais d'accord, ça fait strength avec la
never knew I had.
D'accord. Ah ouais d'accord.
This one stinks already.
This shouldn't be possible.
Ah putain, moi j'appuie sur quoi je confonds trop j'ai plus de mana. Ok, c'est musicien pour me soigner.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is a fire.
Ok, d'accord. C'est vraiment tout le jeu, on peut se soigner, on peut
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
C'est un peu naze le combat. C'est de la merde, mais. Là, tu viens de toi. Ah putain, déjà on est.
My strength,
Ah, le coup de griffe, mon
my
pote,
reflexes,
c'est radical. Ah, non,
not human anymore.
Vraiment fouiller partout parce que c'est tout ça. C'est un peu baladeur sous vite fait, hein. Terminer tout ça. Les cartistes. Ah, ça fait ça, c'est le bord du vampire. Par contre, il n'y a pas. Ça, c'est la touche action. Mais SPC. Il n'y a pas. Pas SPC. Pas de discret. 3, ok, besoin, je sais plus.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst for blood. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Ouais, c'est la mesure, ça détecte les ennemis.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right.
Cause tout ça, on va revenir plus tard ici.
What will London have to say
Ok, je suis sur le point.
to me? I've so many questions unanswered. This is despicable. I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Si elle le tue, c'est ça. Moi, je pense qu'il va y avoir des marchands. Oui, je pense qu'on peut suivre avec des marchands, tout ça.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Entre les humains qui cherchent les monstres et les humains qui deviennent des monstres, ça va être guerre.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail.
Ouais, qu'est-ce que tu vas
Perhaps
retrouver
it
ton
will lead me
baguette
to my assailant.
C'est bon, je l'ai déjà.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked, all right.
Ouais, c'est un peu à la Dishonored, je crois. Moi, je vais un peu, je fouille un peu partout.
It's locked, all right.
Je pense que tout ça, après, ça va être des raccourcis. Je sais pas si c'est pas qu'il faut aller.
It's locked. There is no one in sight.
Ah, d'accord, ça, c'est un peu du tout pareil qu'il faut aller. Ok. Le film, même pas. Bon.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
Alors,
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
tu sais qu'il y avait pas mal de dialogues aussi.
Good evening, sir.
C'est un jeu où il y a pas mal de
I
dialogues.
wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Peut-être veut pas là, tout le monde. Je crois que pour récupérer des
You look like
indices sur
Jonah's
les
whale
gens,
just spat
pour
you
que
out of
les gens
hell.
préparent
I'll get you a
le temps
drink.
et tout,
No,
etc.,
thank you.
etc. Et plus il y a des
I'm
indices,
not-
plus vous parlez avec des
not
gens
thirsty.
qui
Well, grab a
qui
chair and
ont
get some
débuté,
rest.
bah,
This
c'est
is
pas
going to
long.
be another long night.
Ouais. Là, quand c'est... On va mettre ça aussi.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Ah voilà, parce que je me loin du micro. Ouais, il faut que je me rapproche du micro.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him
pas-
open his
j'ai pas eu
window,
longtemps,
so I
parce que
guess
je
he's
suis
still
claqué.
awake. And,
J'aurai demain à partir de
no funny business.
15 heures,
You
je
hear me?
pense.
This is a respectable establishment.
Allez, je vais parler autre chose.
You again. What can I do for you?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently.
Ah, je peux pas repasser.
Wondered if you might help. You mean he's still...
Well, yeah.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to... Yeah.
No.
Ouais.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just
Je peux
talk
en
to me.
buter un
Maybe
pour
you
en
prefer
buter
to
un,
speak with Tom then.
que au fait j'ai
He's
un
more
influx un peu,
agreeable
c'est
talking to
vraiment
strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Ok.
What is this place?
This is Tom's Bar. A turquoise...
Are you always open?
No, it's only since the epidemic started.
You don't seem to have much business.
Most people are sleeping right now.
Ok, tu dis rien d'intéressant en fait toi.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just...
I only see...
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean... I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Faut pas là. Je sais que on a un pouvoir, c'est de endormir les mecs, de charmer les gens et les suivre, etc., etc. Tu vois, par exemple là, lui, lui il est en bonne santé. Il est en bonne santé. Elle est en bonne santé. Et lui, je l'ai vu fatigué. Il est fatigué. Non, et du coup, si je le tue, je gagne 350 expérience. Mais si je le soigne de sa fatigue, du coup ça m'augmente son expérience, le trait jaune, je gagne ça en plus. Du coup lui, si je le bute, je gagne 2500. Enfin une expérience, mais il est niveau 5, du coup je pourrais pas le buter. Lui, elle, je peux la buter, elle. Attends, je monte en haut, parce que je pense... Moi je m'en fiche après, si...
It's locked, all right.
Après, je sais pas si on est un vampire gentil ou un vampire. Voilà, c'est ce que je veux dire. Déjà, on va aller voir en haut le gars.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Do you, sir? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean,
saith the vampire.
Present
yourself! I need a word. Anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Et la femme qui était avec lui.
And who might you be?
Alors, il est aussi, si je le bute, il me donne 6000 expériences. Indice, là, on va lui parler déjà. Ok, c'est un pilier. Ok, d'accord. Là, lui, j'ai rencontré, lui, il est fatigué. Ok. Que chaque quartier a un boss, ça doit être ça le pilier. Le Shake Me, ça va être un boss. Ok, bah déjà on va parler à lui.
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want.
Genre la croix, c'est le petit peu
Then I may
Jésus
tell
qui
you.
me fait peur.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Si vous expert me semble, je suis une victime moi aussi. Bon, allez, vas-y, on va faire la victime.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if
Je
you
pense qu'à la
find
fin
the
du
killer?
jeu, si je peux, je vais tous les buter, je pense. Et pourquoi ça met... Voyez les détails avec lui. Ça se trouve. Qu'est-ce qu'il a lui? Il a moins de santé. Voilà.
I'll end him.
On va faire le guerrier un peu.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Regarde.
Would you be so kind as to leave the room?
Faut pas le mordre, lui.
Can I have some privacy, please?
C'est-à-dire, on peut pas.
Please,
On peut pas
leave me
sortir.
alone.
Voilà, piquer. Bon, bah, je te pique là-dessus.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else
C'est
came
lui,
here
ce
tonight.
gars.
Someone must know something.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Il est petit bourré.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Lui, de toute façon, on met pas beaucoup de points. Et elle, ah, médecin, c'est putain. Franchement, la serveuse.
I cannot enter.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's
Franchement,
coming
elle
to
m'a
them.
écouté la bonne femme, je sais pas pourquoi.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Et tu veux pas parler de découvrir un indice révèle un secret à un citoyen ou à ses relations puissantes pour découvrir la identité d'un citoyen. D'accord. Ok, je m'en fous un peu.
Not long ago,
Look, I told you everything.
giving me a laugh.
You best talk to Tom.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Ok, c'est...
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old
Okay,
sailor who
tu
loves
sais
his
pas
gin
pourquoi.
too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he
Aussi
is?
pourquoi je dis
You could
tous
try
parce
his
que
boat.
je peux
It's
avoir
up
les
by
amis
the
sur tout
North
le monde.
Pier.
Du
He
coup,
sleeps
c'est à
there
moi
when
qu'ils
he's
vont
too
envoyer
drunk to
les
get
uns vers
home.
les autres.
Please
Et
describe
si
him
j'en
to me.
bute un,
What
après
do you expect?
ça peut niquer, péter une tête.
Tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old
Tout ça, je me base
clothes.
sur l'arc que j'ai
William
vu.
used to be strong. Now he's a
On va
mess.
découvrir le jeu.
Thank
on va
you,
voir,
Tom.
je pense.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
It's locked. Hello, sir.
You'll still...
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
J'écoute pas la police, c'est pas possible qu'il y ait encore de... Se reposer pour avancer les plans.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city?
Et attends, les sauvegardes, ça marche moins ici. Je peux me faire porter par la main. Vas-y, saute sur le bateau, il y a un truc dans le bateau là, tu te mon gueule.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note.
Bon, juste que j'ai vu le message.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Attends. Suivre les traces de sang. D'accord, d'abord. Ok, ça y est, je fais. D'accord. Est-ce que j'ai récupéré, c'est quoi? D'accord, en plus faut... Ah ouais, d'accord, chaque personnage avait Ok, bah c'est la note que j'ai, c'est ça en fait. Sur de son écran n'est pas le soleil. Et ils ne sont pas immédiatement réunis ensemble. Les empêchés par sérieux, par contre, ça leur fait très très mal. Une chose enchaînée à vampire. Afin de voir qu'il allait se passer au lever du soleil. Un ancien, espèce de quelques minutes. Quand elle doit être matérielle assez bien fondue. Et que mes yeux. C'est un cas d'assez. Donc, on sait assez rapidement. Du coup, ça va disparaître dans les yeux. Et la tête, ça prend le détruire. Pour de ce que j'ai fait la même expérience avec le feu. L'institution de son cantat de son qui n'est jamais venu. Le feu de mon crâne, bénédiction de mon frère. D'accord. Le feu, ça nous pète la vie. Le feu, ça va nous. C'est un gros cordon. Ouais, c'est ce truc pour vous aider, c'est la touche. Putain, le griffe mon gars, c'est radical. Ah, arme à distance. Équipez-vous d'une arme à distance, puis appuyez sur triangle pour utiliser et infliger des dégâts. Standard et dégâts d'attaque. N'oubliez pas que les munitions sont en nombre limité.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Y'a pas équipé là? Bref.
I cannot enter.
Ouais, je suis un peu.
It's locked.
Ah, ok, je vois. C'est une résistance. D'accord.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Stop right now.
Niveau 5, je vais mourir ici, je pense. Si je vais me buter. En plus, il y a 3 pour récupérer les ennemis. Alors, ces ennemis sont plus résistants à certains. Résiste 4 types de résistance. Physique, corps à corps. Ça, à distance. Pouvoir de sang, ténèbres.
It ain't human. It's a killer.
Oh putain, j'ai plus de sang, heureusement que. En fait, je veux le bouffer, lui, mais en fait, j'ai oublié qu'il fallait que je le stun en premier. Balle, vas-y. Allez, je suis sûr que je peux foutre. Mon putain de flingue là, vas-y.
I like their screams when you burn them alive. Stop right now! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Burning fire!
Là, c'est un milieu aussi. C'est là, c'est tout le monde, quoi. Oh! Ça monte pas, ça va être dégueulasse. Comment on fait pour l'équiper? Je veux juste l'équiper. Ouais, non, main gauche, main gauche. Non, juste. Attends, mais moi je vais essayer, je comprends. Non, non, non. Non, c'est pratique. Nos compagnons considèrent que vraiment. Ok. Ah, pourquoi maintenant j'ai le chevautis? Ok, ça pêche de droite. D'accord, ça pêche de droite. D'accord, un refuge, ça va. Peut-être ça avant le boss, je pense. D'accord. C'est quoi ça? Ouais, pour crafter les armes. Les établis permettent de fabriquer des traitements pour soigner les citoyens malades, des sérums pour booster votre métabolisme durant les combats, imagination d'armes et modules pour les personnes. Vous avez ces rien pour améliorer une de vos armes. Bah, la machette, hein, c'est l'arme qu'on utilise principalement. Vous pouvez améliorer votre arme au niveau supérieur avec un grain requis. De TK également. Ok, bah, je peux faire ça. Dégâts affichés 2%, 10 000%. Mais je peux pas. Je ne peux pas plus. Je peux augmenter ça. Un 0, 0, 0. Ok, vous pouvez augmenter que le. Mettez l'alcool. Faible valeur à l'avant. Peut-être recycler. Bonne valeur à la revente. Ok, il faut vraiment trier entre recycler les choses. Non. Ok. dormir. 22h. On va quand même tuer le boss. Bon, on verra. J'ai pas beaucoup de trucs. Alors. Augmente la quantité de dégâts infligés lorsque vous utilisez la morsure. Ok. Augmente votre santé. Ouais. Augmente votre capacité sanguine. Augmente la quantité de sang absorbé lorsque vous... Ah, ça c'est bien ça. Voilà. Il faut monter le niveau, je pense. Offensive. Vous figez le sang dans la veine de votre proie, le sang sans défense. Vous créez une barrière invisible qui absorbe les dégâts directs. Pour l'instant, je pense que je pense plus là, dans l'attaque au début du jeu. Ouais. Après, ça attaque à distance, ça peut être pas mal, mais vu que si j'ai un pistolet, 190, ça utilise comme 220. Coup. Ok, après ça c'est un seul déni en fait. Niveau 4. C'est pas ça que je veux, moi, c'est les points de sauvegarde. Bon, on va tuer le boss et puis je vais arrêter pour là, ça fera. C'est cette vidéo parce que j'ai beaucoup tard le stream, c'est pour ça. Bon. Tout le monde est de la fin du jeu, milieu du jeu. Moi je suis connu.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
J'ai réfléchi si je fais un mec super connard. Super gentil. Occupez une arme à deux mains et appuyez sur triangle pour parer les attaques ennemies. Si vous parlez au bon moment, vous allez subir les dégâts. Ah. Je fais 99 de dégâts. Je fais 58 de dégâts. Ah.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
On va essayer.
It's locked. This place reeks of bloodshed.
You're my last and dearest friend.
Je peux pas utiliser mon truc de vampire.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Ok, je peux pas utiliser le défendre. Ok, dégage. Ah, moi je vais aller jusqu'à arriver. Ok. Attends, le truc à deux mains, je le virer. C'est pas intéressant. Je te veux pas. Et puis on cherche. Ok. Combien?
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we
moi
are.
j'ai spoilé d'elle parce que alors que j'ai regardé elle était
What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Monsieur fou là, toi.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you. You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, so you'll need a place to rest. I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Allez, mon Dieu. Bon, on va se regarder puis on va arrêter là pour ce soir.
Where are we headed? We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton. William was... What manner of creature was he? Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped. Duly noted.
Comme pas me dire qu'il n'y a pas des yeux de vampire, ça se voit que c'est un...
Who is she? What woman? Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is. And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation. To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town. Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages.
Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Moi, je sais le jeu comment se regarde, comment il se regarde.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scout said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
It's locked.
Toutes les portes sont verrouillées ou quoi?
It's my turn.
Rotten all receive. Each heart contains the seed of
give you good hope.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Je le bouffe ou le bouffe pas? Ah ouais, ça commence à le premier. Ouais, j'ai une tire pas trop peinard.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Activez le sang indique la quantité d'expérience que vous pourrez tirer d'un citoyen. Activez le sang est bonne, plus la quantité d'expérience est son importance. C'est pas ça que je voulais, c'est pas ça que je voulais.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
C'est pas ça que je voulais. Appuie sur quoi pour éteindre Clay Fox ou rond pour le relâcher. Éteindre test qui fera énormément d'expérience, mais sinon des conséquences sur la suite de l'aventure. On apprend plus sur les citoyens que pour la grandir sur la quantité d'expérience. Tout le monde le buterait. Hein, tout le monde le buterait. Moi je le relâcher.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy. What happened?
Il avait quand même sens.
Did I black out?
Ok.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Points. Il m'aurait donné. Ok, c'est pas grave. Là c'est le début du jeu. On va laisser en vie.
I cannot enter.
Moi pas que j'aille là, et du coup, celui qui est en bas, en fait, on peut pas rien faire. Bon. C'est plus tard, j'entends le bruit qui se passe dans le casque. Ça sera plus tard. Du coup, satisfaisant. Mais du coup, lui, je l'ai pas tué en bas. Ça se trouve, je peux. Ouais, on va voir. Je vais pas changer un truc. Ça fait quand même 500 points. Bref, on verra plus tard. En tout cas, j'ai pas tué la première victime.
Come on, I don't have... Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse.
What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Déjà, on a le nom sur la porte et tout, imagine.
Nurse Crane,
ça fait pas longtemps qu'on est là.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Et on peut pas la hypnotiser là. Et 2000. Et comment on fait pour hypnotiser les gens? Comment j'ai fait? On peut pas hypnotiser. Ok, c'est un pilier. Ok, c'est un pilier. 2000. Imagine 2000. Vas-y. Fais-moi 2000.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected.
Ah oui, vu que je me suis reposé, c'est passé des nuits dans la journée.
Blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ok, on a 10. quoi, niveau 5? Ah, niveau de charme, niveau 5 de charme, moi je suis que niveau 1. D'accord, c'est pour ça que je peux pas les bouffer. C'est pas au niveau de charme peut-être. Là, je pourrais peut-être. Je peux pas, lui, je pourrais peut-être le bouffer. À niveau 6, ah ouais. Ah ouais,
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Allez, vas-y, non.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Okay,
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
It's locked.
Here again.
Je peux le bouffer.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Ça m'a fait un indice, ça, non? 3000. 3000 si j'avais... Ok, c'est le pilier du...
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Doof Digby.
Clay Fox, je l'ai chope. Je l'ai laissé vivant.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Je vais aller buter le...
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith, willing to preach the good word.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel... empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Ok. Allez, je vais juste voir. Ok. Ah, ici,
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right.
Oh, il y a tellement à parler. Oh, je te ferai demain. Encore une dernière,
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed,
the
new surgeon at Pembroke Hospital.
Machin dans Pays d'Info.
Who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Ah, ça en haut, c'est L2. 1000. D'accord, c'est L2 pour les charmer les bonnes. L1 charmé, et puis L2 pour...
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you?
Mais déjà, ceux qui ont beaucoup d'expérience, ça veut dire que c'est des
proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
But the suffering continues.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Ouais, on va voir demain parce que là.
Goodbye for now.
Faut juste pas aller vite faire la fille qu'on a récupéré.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howgrove?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could be blood boil with the fever.
Ah, augmenté, vous voyez, maintenant, t'as 1000, elle a 1200. Ouais, ok, faut bien leur parler pour... Pour se regarder, on fait
Good
comment?
evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Ah, j'ai pour deux ce qu'elle disait.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with...
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him.
How long?
Well, long enough.
You'd be... Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Continues.
Trouvez votre beau premier tâche de combat qui espionne tellement.
Moi je veux sauvegarder. Comment on fait?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul.
Ouais, moi je vois bien.
Not now.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ok. Là, nous préparons un virus de métal, ça. Ok. Alors. Changement pour son point de vue, ok. J'ai 58. Endurance 20. Endurance 15. Voilà. On va encore en garder un. Traitement. Ok, ok, j'ai déjà découvert tout ça comme. Ok.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching.
Pour l'instant, je vais garder la machette. Et si je prends ça, ok, faut de la mort améliorer.
On va juste améliorer la machine vite fait comme ça. Voilà. Enfin.
The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Ah, je prends une note. Ok, est-ce qu'il faut dormir en fait? Ah, je vais juste recharger, voir où ça nous mène. Je vais juste regarder où ça nous mène, voilà. Et après, on va quitter pour ce stream-là pour aujourd'hui. À 2 heures de stream, c'est pas mal. Là, je vais me coucher, demain je me lève tôt, mais demain je streamerai tout l'après-midi. Vendredi, ça va être plus compliqué, j'aurai mon fils. Et ce week-end, j'ai pas mal de trucs à faire. Peut-être dimanche. Je pense que je streamerai après. Si c'est pas dimanche. Et la semaine prochaine, ça va être très compliqué parce que la semaine prochaine, je vais être du soir. D'accord, je suis dans le lit, je suis là. Ok, bon, on verra demain, on parlera tout le monde. Et on fera plus les... Ok. Bon allez, je vous dis à demain, ciao.